If you are a female in, living in 2019 in the fit world right now, we're all building our glutes. That's what we want, a nice peach booty. So that's what we're gonna get. Hello, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going over day 2 of my weekly workout schedule, which is a glute focused workout. It's my first glute focused workout of the week. There are 2 in my weekly schedule, and this one is the heavier one, also my favorite. But before we get into the video, I did want to go over one thing that I mentioned in my last video, which was that Alphalete had a launch, or is having a launch, on June 30th. But they have changed the date and it is now July 6th. So we were waiting forever for the 30th, and now we are waiting 6 more days until July 6th, but it's going to be worth it. It looks like they got some really cute stuff, and I'm excited. So now we can get into the video. So jumping right into it, we want to start with a warm-up. And the first thing that I do on glute day, when I have all my energy and I haven't used it up yet, is get right into hip thrusts. They're a wonderful glute builder, and it feels amazing to get that burn going in your butt after you do this workout. So the first thing I do though is I put on a band, a hip circle band, and I go ahead and do about 20 reps of the hip thrust just with the band, and that just gets your glutes fired up and ready to work. And then I do 2 sets of a pretty heavy weight, but not something that's just gonna, knock me out and make me tired. And so I will do 2 sets of about 10 reps, of those 10 to 12 reps. And then I will do 2 more sets after that of an even heavier weight, and this one requires more effort. This is to build up strength in my glutes and power. So I will get a pretty heavy weight on this one that is definitely a big challenge to me, and see if I can get 8 reps. And what I always do on my hip thrust is I hold that last rep in each of my sets for about 10 seconds or so before I drop it, just to get that extra burn. Next we go into reverse lunges. On these, you guys, if you're going to load up a barbell like I do in the squat rack, I suggest for your first set, or maybe even as like a warm-up set, just reverse lunging with the bar only. Don't put any weight on it at first, so that your body can kind of get used to that feeling. You learn the stability and the balance that you need when you're, lunging backward. But what I do to help keep balance is I'll stare at something in front of me, and not really lose focus on whatever it is that I'm looking at, and that really helps to keep you focused and balanced. When you're doing the reverse lunges, you'll stay on one side at a time. So one set is going to be reverse lunges on both legs, but on the first half of it, you'll do about 6 to 10 reps depending on how heavy your weight is. 6 to 10 reps backwards on one leg, and then you switch to the other leg. Next, we move into glute extensions. On glute extensions, it's on a back extension machine, but if you kind of keep, I don't want to say hunched, but if you kind of keep your back kind of hunched over, what you're trying to do is engage your pelvis in this movement to where you are taking your back out of the movement and focusing on your glutes when you are folding forward and pulling yourself back up again. You really want to be focused on your glutes doing the pulling and not your back. So that's why you'll see me look a little bit hunched over in this movement. And I like to hold a 25-pound plate. That just gives me more of a challenge. You don't have to hold a plate. You get a really good burn just doing body weight too, and keeping your arms folded on your chest, whichever works for you. But I like to stay here for 3 sets and get anywhere from 15 to 20 reps in. Next, we have hip abductions. You will see people do this many different ways. Personally, I like to kind of brace my arms on the seat behind me. Some people will hold on to the little handles they have on the side of the seat. Some people lean forward and hold on to the front of the machine. Some people get in the whole thing backwards, but you just kind of have to play around with it and find what works and what's comfortable for you. For me, you'll see me brace my arms on the back of the chair, and I like to kind of just hover my butt over the edge of the seat, not really put down my full weight on it. Again, this just makes it more challenging for me. And so I will stay here for about 3 sets of I like to stick at it for about 15 to 25 reps, but if I go heavier on the weight, then maybe 10 to 15 reps. Next, we go over to the cable machine, and we will be doing some cable kickbacks. The way I like to do this is kind of keep my torso parallel to the floor and bracing myself with straight arms on the machine in front of me. And so you will have the cable attachment. For me, it's on the lowest notch on the cable machine. And you just take your leg and you kick it back. You want to keep your foot engaged and kind of lead with your heel, and that's really going to help to keep your glutes activated while you're doing this movement. And for me, bending over to do the movement is what keeps my back out of it and my glutes engaged the whole time. You'll stay here for 3 sets and get about 10 to 12 reps in on each leg. And then lastly, we are going to just do a really good glute burnout. I love ending my sessions with a burnout. For me, the banded lateral walks is what really gives me that good burnout. So I just put the hip circle band around right above my knees on my thighs, and I step out leading with my heel, and that's what keeps my glutes engaged the whole time. And I get about 10 to 15, depending on where I am in the gym, 10 to 15 good steps in going in both directions, all the way to the left and then all the way to the right, as one set. And then you'll want to stay there for 3 to 4 sets, so whatever really burns you out at the end. So that's it. That is day 2 of my weekly workout schedule and the first glute focus day of the week, and my favorite workout of the week also. So give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and comment down below if you're going to try it or if you did try it, and let me know what you thought. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and I will keep coming out with more of these, and let me know what you want to see. Thanks. Bye.